Oh my god! Are you serious, man? Are you seriously serious? Are you trying to kill me? Hey, what's going on, everybody? From Surviving with Shoeler, I'm Sean Shevans, and you're watching Harm Ones. It's an honor to be sat across from Shoeler. He's a widely successful Minecraft YouTuber, and I believe this is your 23rd episode? Yes, Sean, g'day, it is. Well, shall we get started? We shall! So, what am I supposed to do? Just eat it? This is raw chicken. Yeah, Shoeler, you've had a very storied career. From starring in a sitcom to jumping off the battle bus to becoming a superhero. What's with the new eyes? Not the question I expected from that lead-in, but, I don't know, just trying something new. Do you like them? Yeah, no. Oh. You know, Sean? This interview is really hostile. Are we gonna, ever get to any deep, well thought out questions? No? Okay. Alright, Shoeler, here we are at the last stretch of the race. This is the last splash. We call it the last splash because it's tradition around here to drink a little extra harming potion with your poison potion. Won't that kill me? Well, here you are. Everything was stacked up against you. Nobody thought you could do it, but you've made it to the end. Cheers, pal. Alright. Well, here goes nothing. Oh my god. Are you serious, man? Are you seriously serious? Are you seriously trying to kill me? This is poison too. There's no way I can drink this and a harming potion and come out alive. Well, here we go, Shoeler. Episode 23 almost in the books. There's just one last splash to go. I'll do it at the same time so you can trust me. Well, honestly, even if I die, at least I'd be out of this toxic environment. Let's do it. Ooh, we glad that's finally over, huh? Oh, God, that Sean guy is a real piece of work, huh? I mean, who wouldn't like these eyes, right? They're so good! Let me know if you all like them. Leave a comment, leave a like, leave a subscribe. Thank you. So, I'll get right to it. Today, as you probably saw in the thumbnail, we're gonna be working on a little gate right over here by the hills. But yeah, I'm gonna do like a little fantasy style gate because I'm trying to do like a little fantasy town across the river. So eventually we'll have like a bridge going across and then like maybe a gate on the other side. It'll be really cool. But yeah, the design is really sick, but we still got a couple things to do before we get to that. First of all, obviously subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. But another thing, I actually now have a join button on this channel. So if you want to help support me and these videos, you got that option. There's some cool rewards. For instance, you can get a world download. But yeah, I'll talk a little bit more about the world download later, but just know that is on the table. Okay, fret not, I am finished plugging now. Third thing on the agenda, check this freaking out, dude. Yeah, so in between episodes, I did a little bit of work over here, this waterfall and this algae and stuff. But yeah, I got this algae design from my Discord. You should join my Discord, by the way. But I got it from Epic James in the Discord server. It was a pretty cool design, so, I just had to nab it, and I think it looks pretty good. I don't know what trapdoors to put the moss on top of. I just use spruce because that's what I have. Which looks alright-ish, but I don't know, maybe there's like something better if anyone has a good idea. But yeah, it looks pretty good. And then obviously I did this, huge waterfall right here. It used to be made out of just, like water, just falling like that. And I kept it like that for a little bit. But I decided that it finally needed a change, so I went in and I did some glass, and I'd say it looks pretty good. I'm not fully happy with the design, because I'm still not very good at glass waterfalls or anything, but I do think that it's got a pretty nice look. But yeah, maybe there's some improvements that I can make to this, and I might, kind of tinker with it in between episodes, but for now, I like it. Okay, moving on. So, a couple episodes back, I guess more like 12 at this point. I made this blacksmith shop, and it's a pretty cool looking build. I think it's sick. It still holds up. It's got a cool palette, cool shape. It's all decorated. Look, even the interior is done. I'm not a lazy person. But this build represents a consistent problem that I have in this general area, in that there is still empty space that is yet to be filled. So yeah, there's this little yard over here. There's this big, space right here. There's a little space right here. Obviously, this whole little city center over here, there's a lot of work to be done in this city, and unless I actually get some work done over here, it's never gonna get done. So yeah, that's what we're going to do right now. We're gonna do a little bit of work over here, a little bit of work over here, a little bit of work over there, over there. And yeah, it'll be pretty cool. I got some cool designs and stuff, and I can't wait. But yeah, we're just gonna do this in a form of a time lapse, so let's go. While I'm building this, I just want to talk about why I hate, those sensor activated sinks in public bathrooms. They always have a problem because the sensor never works. There's a few types of sinks. Obviously, there's the ones that just don't work, like the sensor does not activate, so that sink is just out of commission. But then there's also the ones that do work, but kind of take a little bit to recognize that you have your hands under there. So you put your hands under there, wait a couple seconds, it doesn't activate. Okay, I'll move to a different sink. But then it activates and you're like, oh, okay, I'll go back. But then it turns off when you get back there, so you have to wait for a little bit, and then you're just shuffling. I don't want to have to do a dance with a sink when I'm just trying to wash my dirty hands. But then I had a run-in with the third type of sink recently, and it's those ones that recognize you immediately, but then for whatever reason, when the water dispenses, it triggers the sink to turn off again. I just feel so bad. I weirdly feel bad for the sink because it feels like I'm forcing it to dispense water on me. It goes shh, 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 and it's chugging away, just trying to I give you water, and I'm like, if you can't do it, you don't have to. I'll move to a different sink. But yeah, anyways, I've realized that I may be one of 3 out of every 10,000 men that deals with this, because guys, you gotta wash your hands. There's guys that don't use soap. There's guys that don't wash their hands for long enough. But then there's guys that just pretend to use the sink but don't. They'll come out from the stall while I'm washing my hands, and then they'll pretend to scrub their hands under the nozzle before water comes out. Their hands don't even get wet. And then they have the audacity to grab a towel. Are you seriously trying to dupe me? You thought you were slick? Even if they do manage to successfully dupe me, you only pretended to wash your hands for 2 seconds, so I still think that you just washed your hands for 2 seconds. Anyways, check out this build. And there we go. We got this whole little area all figured out. Looking pretty nice, looking pretty detailed and fully finished. Yeah, so we'll start over here. I put in this cool little fountain that I desperately want these iron golems and people to stop jumping in. But yeah, we got this little fountain thing here. It's a pretty simple design. I think it looks pretty cool. I don't know. And we have the bells of the village hidden over here. So this is still technically the city center area. But yeah, there's just that design. I put in some lamps and stuff, some trees, I don't know, little seats and stuff. I gotta deal with these stations eventually. Anyways, we keep going over here. This area I really like. I put in this well thing. So I've been playing Skyrim with my partner lately, and there's this well in Whiterun. You may, I don't know, recognize this, but I don't know, there's a well that kind of looks like this, and so I took the design and put it here. And I use this little black glass technique to make it look a little darker as it goes down. I don't know, I think it looks cool. And then to get more villagers over here, I put another bell over here, just put it on a little thing, Shoeler bell, estimated 2024. Yeah, and then over here we obviously have this little blacksmith shop. So my little lore thing is, obviously we got a little mine over there with our iron farm. So they're taking the iron, bringing it over here to the blacksmith shop, and then they're refining it down into tools and armor and just selling iron. So we have these little, stations where they're selling stuff. And then, yeah, these are just some like simple designs for like little tents and stuff. I think I found them online. I've used them before in other worlds, so I may not remember where they are. But yeah, and I believe that's all we did other than putting in like a few trees and stuff. But yeah, this area is now feeling a little more finished, and especially if I take out all of these things over here. Boom. Look at that. Everything is all finished. We got this area fully fledged out, looking beautiful. And that really kind of finishes up this kind of whole Shoe York area. Honestly, I'm really proud of how this entire area has come together. It feels very, I don't know, everything just feels so intentional because obviously it was. I spent so much time doing this. It's almost been a year at this point. But yeah, you know, everything just feels so detailed and nice. And this area is just fully finished. Now, all of the projects that we're going to be working on is just like this way forwards, which feels nice. It feels nice to have this whole central area done. We'll get a little aerial view. It's pretty detailed, and it's looking pretty great, honestly. But with that out of the way, I can finally go work on the main build for today. But before we do that, I do have a quick announcement to make.
Jason, I hope you're having a wonderful day today, as it is your... Jason, a little fairy told me that it's your birthday today. Jason, I heard through the grapevine, a little birdie told me that it's your birthday.
That's so funny. You must have caught me recording one of my Cameo videos. You know, while we're on the topic, I do have a Cameo account. All of the profits from it go to charity, specifically the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. And heck, if you want to buy a video from yours truly like Jason did, it's only $1. Just make sure that you buy through the website, not through the app. Keep your request pretty clean, and back to Minecraft. Jason! Alright, we're back. We're gonna get building this in just a second, but I just realized that I have no blocks to actually build this thing with because I stupidly used tuff. So, I traveled deep into the mines to collect some tuff and some gravel. I also found some deep slate diamond ore, which I actually need. What? Oh! Yes! I then exited the mines to craft some coarse dirt with some dirt and the gravel that I picked up. Next, I mined a bunch of acacia trees, but not for the logs or the leaves, for the rooted dirt. Then, I planted a bunch of acacia trees to get their wood and leaves, and did the same with the pale oak trees, except I didn't want leaves. Okay, we're gonna actually build now. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the palette a little bit. So obviously we got these tough blocks. They look amazing. I love these blocks. They are such a great addition to the game, especially these two guys. Oh my god, I love them. And then next up we have like a little lighter part of the gradient like this. I don't know, going to stone, which is pretty cool. I definitely used a lot of lighting in this thing. And then I used these blocks to make it kind of look a little bit like more mossy and stuff, because my whole vision is that this is going to be like a fantasy medieval style gate. And I want it to look very old, but like still used, I guess. So my lore is that like in the past, it was like a toll gate or something like that. But now it's not, it's just kind of like an old gate. So it's very overgrown. And then I also used pale oak logs and acacia logs because I have been loving using these things along with tuff lately. Oh my god, greatest block gradient ever. My favorite blocks. But yeah, it's gonna look really cool, and we're just gonna get this done with a quick little time lapse. So let's get to that. What? You're telling me I made this? You're telling me I made this? I'm telling you, yes, I did. Yeah, I honestly, I don't know what to say. Here is the gate. I am so happy with the design, and I don't know. I'm seeing this for the first time with trees because I did all of these trees, freehand in survival. And that really adds a lot to it. But oh my gosh, I am so happy with this thing. It's not really a style that I've built in before. This kind of like old, yet I guess like Gothic, medieval. I don't know what style it is, but I haven't really built in this style before. I guess the closest thing would be the bridge over there, but like, this is just so good. Oh my gosh. Would I be crazy to say that this is the best build that I have made in this world? Would I be crazy? I don't think I would. But yeah, I'm a really big fan of the build. I'll show you some quick little details and stuff that you might like. But yeah, here it is. So obviously we got some particles going on in here. I got some spore blossoms, so it's all particly and stuff. Which really just helps with this kind of like overgrown type feel. Obviously, I think I talked about it earlier, but my whole goal with this build was to kind of make like an old medieval thing that is like kind of like a relic of the past. Like it's still around today. So I think, kind of like the overgrown nature of like all these vines and stuff and like the moss on it and I don't know, like the particles, like I think it really sells that effect. But yeah, cool little detail. I put in some deep slate diamond ore right there. And it's a very subtle look. I put in diamond blocks originally, but I preferred this because it's even more subtle and it's a little more dark. But I don't know. I think it's really cool. I don't even know what it adds other than like kind of like a little bit of a mystical feel. But yeah, I think it's cool. Also on the top of this thing, let me just get to the top real quick. But also on the top of this thing, I did a little bit of like these light gray carpets where I could, which kind of, I don't know, it gives the impression that like light is coming up and over. It's very subtle. Maybe I should switch it to white. I don't know. But like it kind of gives the impression that like it's, we got a sun back there glowing. I don't know. But yeah, obviously I did like this little like kind of dirt type thing, which I think is going to be very well suited for the medieval town that I want to the medieval fantasy town that I want to do over there. So I really like this design and stuff. I just put some like barrels and like a little cart just because I thought it looks nice. Please let me know in the comments if you have any other ideas of like what I could, put over here, because here's the lore, here's the whole lore. This is basically like an old, like, I guess like gate, like for like going from like one country or one town to the other or whatever. This is like an old decommissioned thing from like an old town. So I wanted to put like a little cart right here to make it like, oh yeah, people are coming from this way. Like this is the entrance, this is the exit or whatever. It's like a checkpoint to transfer to between two different areas. So if anyone has any ideas of like little builds like this, little decorational pieces that I could add, please tell me. I would love to know. But yeah, I'm really proud of this. I was workshopping this build for like a full week. This took so long to come up with this, actual structure, and I'm super happy with how it came out. I think it adds a lot. I think it looks really cool. The lore building is awesome. Once I have a bridge over here, it's going to be cool. I'm so excited to work in this fantasy area. I'm just so excited. And I think that this is a wonderful start to this thing. But yeah, before I end the video, there's just one more thing that I have to do. And that is adding someone to the love garden. And today we are adding in Nizaritu, or Niz or Nizaritu, depending on where you put the inflection or silence, I guess. But yeah, I mean, Niz is really cool guy, really fun, really chill. has a pretty big channel. You probably maybe have seen some of his videos before. They're like kind of comedy videos, Minecraft comedy videos. They're really good. Definitely would recommend checking them out if you haven't. But yeah, I met Niz through Pioneers, which was the server SMP that I was on. Although I don't think I'm going to be making content on there again. I made a lot of nice connections there, and Niz was one of those connections. We did a video together. It was a lot of fun. And then obviously he did the voice of Uncle Niz last video. But yeah, Niz is just a great person, a very nice connection, very sweet person, very funny, very fun to work with. But yeah, I was going to add him last video, but obviously the whole Mog Swamp thing happened, and I felt like that was a pressing thing that I had to do. So Niz, you are finally in here. And thank you so much for, being, I don't know, helpful. And welcome to the Love Garden with Ponka. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. A quick reminder that I have channel memberships now. So you can either become a Shoeportler or a Shoeportler Plus. Shoeportler is the cheaper option. But yeah, you'll get the world download, a member-only Discord category, highlighted comments, emojis, loyalty badges, a bunch of stuff. And then Shoeportler Plus gets everything along with like a little shout-outs at the end of my videos and just kind of helps me, out financially. But yeah, if you want to become a Shoeportler and get the world download, a little extra incentive, there is going to be a scavenger hunt with some small rewards, nothing crazy, but there are some rewards for, winning and stuff. But yeah, go check that out. It would really help me out, just financially and stuff. Also, make sure you subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoy and have a good one. Bye.